Welcome back to Do Your Own Service on Your Own Bike. I think it's fun and for sure it saves money. In this video, we're going to talk about, I think, the easiest service you could do on these bikes. BMW recommends it every 12,000 miles. So that's every other oil change. They want you to drop the oil in your final drive. Let's talk about some things you're going to need. Something to catch the oil with when it drains. I prefer some Tupperware. I can fit it right underneath it, doesn't hit the rim, doesn't make a mess. A T45, 6mm Allen. I do recommend a torque wrench to go back together. And of course, the oil. The oil that the book recommends is 75/90. I'll throw links below to some Amazon stuff. Most of this, all of this, you can buy off Amazon. Sometimes oil's hit or miss if it's in stock. But as you can see, I've gotten 2 services out of this liter bottle. So I've got one service and then this service. You can see my notes, 180 milliliters is what it asks for. What I find works best is some kind of syringe, some syringe that can hold a good amount. This one holds 100 cc's, which is equal to 100 milliliters. So I just need to go 100 and then to 80 and down it goes. This is something I had laying around. It's kind of a, I don't even know where I found it. It's glass, so it's kind of neat. But zip tied a small piece of tubing and you're all set. You're in business. All right, let's stop talking about it and go do it. All right, looking at the final drive, I'm sitting behind the bike and let's pull this off. So there is your filler. No magnet on this. It does have a brass washer, which I plan to reuse. Now to get after the drain, you're going to use a T45 on the bottom here. I'm going to give it a crack. And I'm going to get my pan ready. So then I'm going to grab my wife's favorite Tupperware, just because I can sneak it right underneath here and it won't make a big mess and run on the rim. Obviously, if you do this with the tire off, it's a little bit easier, but I just like to shortcut when I can. Get that out of the way. Let's see what it looks like. Wow, not bad. That looks really good, actually. There is some black and dirt that falls out of it. And it's only a little bit. You only need a little Tupperware. Taking a look at the plug, you can see there is some stuff in the bottom here. And that's what we want to get rid of. And there's a magnet, but the good news is nothing is hard or chunky. It's all just soft. So let's take a closer look at the oil. This was a clean Tupperware before I got started. And you can definitely see there is contaminants, wear and tear. Nothing to be concerned about, but happy to get that out. Got the plug all cleaned up. Q-tips worked really good to get in there to the magnet. Now we'll put it back in. And we're looking for 20 Newton meters. Next we're looking at the fill hole, and I'm just going to use a little bit of a Q-tip. Now we're going to take our 75/90 gear oil and we're going to get it in our syringe. Nice little tube here. I'll hold the tube up. There's my 100 cc, which is the same as 100 milliliters. Insert the tube into the fill hole. Just touching it up with some Q-tips, get all the remaining gear oil out and little dirt pieces. Trying not to shove them down inside. And this is our Allen with the brass. Unfortunately, this just doesn't fit in there. But because we're not talking about a lot of fluid pressing on this fill plug, I'm not overly concerned not being able to find 20 Newton meters. I'm just going to simply grab my wrench and snug it up. And I'm happy with that. So that's all you got to do. Pretty simple, right? I hope you give this a shot. You might have noticed I didn't go for the O-ring. It reseals itself, no problem. Every once in a while, I might take a quick glance at it, and maybe the next time I will replace that O-ring. Same thing with the crush washer up top. It doesn't see a whole lot of liquid, just some splashing on it, so I'm not that concerned about a new crush washer, or for that matter, the torque. If I were to remove the rear tire, what do they call that? The rear tire cover, fender, if I would have removed that, you know, the 3 T30s, I believe they are, I could have got a torque wrench on that fill plug, but honestly, I'm not that worried about it. Hey, hit a like if you plan to do this yourself and leave a comment below if you do. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.